Did you know I wasted 20 hours in this game? This beautiful, amazing masterpiece of engaging story, complex characters, seamless integration of mechanics, and high production values was not the reason.
Wait, what?
It was because of the Thorm family. For those who don't know, Baldur's Gate 3 is a role-playing game set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. The game is known for its rich lore and deep world building, which is why I was really excited to dive into it. I spent hours exploring the game's world, talking to NPCs, reading every book and scroll I can find, digging for those achievements. I went back to areas I had already explored to see if I didn't miss anything, but no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find anything new about the Thorm family. I was trying to dig up hidden secrets, maybe find out some things that Reddit didn't know, that some people on Discord didn't know, see if I could compile a list of the web that is the Thorm family. I've played my Dark Urge playthrough on Sorcerer. I've done my regular playthrough on a Necrobard, and I'm working through my Oathbreaker Paladin Tactician playthrough, and I'm chasing those achievements so freaking hard, and I've spent so much time in the Shadowlands. I just don't even know. I'm just gonna guesstimate that it's about 20 hours, seeing as I have about 500 in this game right now. So as you can kind of try to picture what's going on in my little noggin here, I felt like Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, trying to connect the dots.
Take a look at this.
Jesus Christ,
That
Charlie.
right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Pepe Sylvia. This name keeps coming up over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia. So I say to myself,
So here we have Ketheric Thorm, the ruler of Rethwin. Rethwin is the city where the Shadow Curse fell. His family were worshippers of Selûne about 150 years ago. Dame Aelin is Selûne's daughter and Isabel's lover. And guess who Isabel is? Ketheric Thorm's daughter. Rethwin was a Selûne paradise. Thaniel was the spirit guardian of Rethlin. Thaniel used to come to Halsin in his dreams when he was a child. Selûne and Shar are sisters, light and dark. They're twins. This is their battleground. They're fighting for superiority constantly. The Shadow Curse fell upon the land, and it wiped out the entire town, including Ketheric Thorm's family. And before the dev team rewrote the history, Halsin may have had a hand in Isabel's death. But Ketheric, no matter if it's rewritten or not rewritten or cut out of the scripts, cut out of the game, whatever, he blamed Aelin. And Aelin is the Nightsong and Isabel's lover for her death. He's like, bad girlfriend, don't like her. I don't like her because I'm going to change what god I worship every 50 years. And I don't like her. So at this point, Isabel leaves her family before and after her resurrection because her forbidden love affair with Aelin. So Ketheric's all mad sad because the Shadow Curse fell upon the land, and he's depressed because he lost his wife Melodia, and she got sick, had an illness. Isabel died. He brought Isabel back to life. I don't know why he didn't bring his wife back to life. And he brought his family with him to have this undead reckoning upon the land and upon the world at this point. So he stopped worshipping Selûne, turned to the Lady of Lost Shar. Rethwin was a sacred place to her sister, and Shar wanted to see the place destroyed. So I come across this area. There's a tavern. There's this big guy running around there. There's blighted villagers and patrons all around. And this guy's name is Thisibald. Thisibald is a brewer in the Shadowfallen town, right? So I have these conversations with Thisibald, and I'm talking, I had 2 characters go through these conversations with him. I beat him in combat, and then when I did my Dark Urge playthrough, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to talk to him this time. And Thistlebauld refers to Ketheric as father. He's like, father this, father that. And I'm like, oh, he's his son. Why would he do this to his son and worship his daughter? I don't understand that. But we don't get any answers here. And plus, this dude has a tail. So then I walk through and there's a toll house, and I come across the toll keeper.
You gotta pay the troll toll. If you want to get into that boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Garen Gotha is the toll keeper. She's a boss that you can fight. I'm not sure what her relation is to Thorm. No matter how much I dig, I talked to like all of the skulls around the area, and I defeated her 2 different ways. The first time I talked her out of it, I gave her a coin, told her I was going to be the new toll keeper, and the second time I fought her because I wanted to know what the battle was like. So no information, no idea how she's related to Thorm. It's driving me crazy at this point. And then I come across the House of Healing. And at the House of Healing is Malice Thorm. And I read a bunch of books there, do a bunch of talking there, defeat him 2 different ways like I do the other one. And I found out that he's Ketheric Thorm's uncle. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she's his aunt and that's his uncle. And Thistlebauld is an adopted son, or maybe a devout follower of him, since they were all worshippers of Shar, and how you look at a priest maybe, and they call priest fathers. It was really painful because I really wanted to know this information, and if you're really into lore like I am, it might have driven you a little bit crazy too. So in the midst of all of this, they end up kind of not worshipping Shar anymore. It's a tiny bit more complicated than that. He turns to Myrkul, so he goes from Selûne to Shar to Myrkul, and he becomes Myrkul's chosen. Myrkul is one of the Dead Three, the Lord of Bones, and Shar is worshipped along Myrkul. So whenever you see a temple towards Myrkul, you will see shrines to Shar, because they are turned to in consolidation when a loved one dies. And you've done all of this. You've gone through this part of Act 2. Awesome. You finally make it to Moonrise Towers, which is Ketheric Thorm's domain. That's where he rules from. And you get told to go see Balthazar. And I was really excited about this. I was like, great, here's my chance to find more lore. Maybe I can dig up more information. I've been into the mausoleum. I'm in Moonrise Towers now. I get to talk to more NPCs, maybe read more books. So I go and I talk to Balthazar. Like the ones prior, I try to do it 2 different ways, so I can try to find out more information. Balthazar is a necromancer working for the Absolute. He stole his name from the monk Balthazar out of a death log he found in a mausoleum. The necromancer Balthazar serves his trusted general, which is Ketheric Thorm, and he is his most trusted advisor and an ally to all matters in service to Myrkul, the Lord of Bones. And after all of that is said and done, you do the Tower of Shar stuff, and you get to see the Nightsong. And the Nightsong is Aelin, Isabel's lover. And before any of this happened, before the shadow curse fell, Ketheric turns all of the citizens of Rethwin against Aelin, and that's how he captures her and brings her into this underground shrine and siphons her of her power to fuel his immortality, keeping her in a soul cage, keeping him alive, keeping his daughter Isabel alive. And I'm pretty sure that Isabel doesn't even know, or I know that she doesn't know, that this whole time Aelin was alive and keeping her and her father immortal. And before all of this, you find out that he was actually slain by Harpers. You talk to Jaheira, you talk to Halsin, you get a little Dippin' Dots about it, and an army was led by Jaheira of Harpers and Druids and Halsin with the help of who? Who helped them? Raphael helped them. Why do you think that one of his captors, one of his prisoners, is in the mausoleum that you're digging through. So why does Raphael want him so bad? He was put in there to kill the last of the Dark Justiciars. And if Shadowheart, I actually haven't gone this route yet. I can't find myself to do it, even in my evil playthrough. I couldn't get Shadowheart to kill the Nightsong, because when I played my Dark Urge playthrough, I didn't have many allies. I was kind of evil. I was a chaotic. I wouldn't even say that I was a chaotic evil. I was like a chaotic neutral in a lot of ways, but also a little kind of evil. And I couldn't find myself to make Shadowheart a Dark Justiciar. So Yerger is in there because he's to get rid of the rest of the Dark Justiciars and keep them in there. So the rat guy, Yerger, that's all Raphael's doing. So more people are tied into this than you really think from the beginning part, right? And so you finish Balthazar, you kill his ass. You know, I killed him before I even got to the Nightsong. I was like, screw this guy. I don't want his stupid meaty friend to help me with anything. I'm just gonna kill him. I don't care. And you go deeper, right? And you finally get to the Elder Brain, and you come across 3 people. It's Ketheric, Gortash, Orin. And they're all the chosen of the dead 3 that I mentioned prior. So you have Merkel, you have Bane, the Lord of Darkness, and Baal, the Lord of Murder. And even before this, if you play a Dark Urge playthrough, and I'm going to give you spoilers here, all of this is spoilers. I mean, I'm surprised you made it this far. Gortash and the Dark Urge, which in my opinion is the original Tav, right? Because the story is so tied in with the Dark Urge. You have them with the power of the Karsus crown to help with his resurrection from the beginning. So when everyone's like, hey, I recognize you. Oh, it's so good to see you again, true soul. That's why. Because you're the original Tav. You're the one who was there before Orin, and you're there to resurrect Ketheric. So, did I find anything out about the Thorm family? No, not really, unfortunately. All I found out was that stuff and Ketheric Thorm's suit. His plate of armor is pretty freaking cool. He has a warhammer, a shield that you get as well, and one of the 3 nether stones with the power of the Netherese artifacts from the once god Karsus. And, you know, I could go into the Karsus stuff and Gale and Mistra, but I feel like that is another time for another video. If you know more information about the Thorm family, please comment below and let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button either, because you know what? I might do more ranting videos like this. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Thanks. Love you. Bye.